It's not just another day in your life. Things are changing for the better. At Comcast, we see those changes, and we're thinking about how we use technology today to live, work, learn, and play. And we're building for the future now, so we're better prepared for the wants and needs of tomorrow. That's why Comcast is rolling out multi-gig internet speeds to more than 50 million homes and businesses before the end of 2025, making our already industry-leading network even faster, smarter, greener, and more reliable. Over the decades, Comcast has been your partner, working hard to serve your community, and will continue to be your partner. We're expanding our gigabits so you can enjoy the tiny bits that matter most.
It's time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Yvette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These Jet Setting Divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies. How's it going? What's going on in the world of travel?
Looks like a lot has been going on in the world of travel.
Girl, I mean,
a lot.
Yeah, well, we're in the midst of the Olympics in Paris. So I gotta say, I really have enjoyed just seeing Paris from the lens of cameras, because I've never been to Europe. I've never been there.
Yeah, I've never been to Paris.
I'm really excited. Eiffel Tower, all the ruins, all the different places that they're racing. So you get to get a little glimpse of what Paris actually looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll have to put that on our list for next year.
Yes. And I see just a lot of things that, culturally that would be great. Mm-hmm. Everywhere you go, you can find culture, but I love to see all the different culture that's going on. And then, we always get our little taste, we're going to get our taste soon of some parts of Europe, this year.
Yeah.
So yeah. And what about just travel news? It's been like taking over.
Definitely a lot of things happening. We're seeing, I know a story that we all saw this week was one that I saw was a pilot being escorted off of a Frontier plane.
What happened there?
This was in Houston.
No.
From what I could, I did read the story. From what I could tell, he had a warrant out for his arrest because he had a domestic dispute at home.
Wow.
And he went to work, got on the plane, and before he could actually, taxi off and get ready to go, they came over and they got him.
Pilot, so he was getting ready to fly the plane.
He was ready to fly.
Yes.
And they escorted him down the little stairs on the tarmac area.
Girl,
they made him take his stripes. What do they call them?
His flight with those things that show that he is the pilot. Yeah, whatever.
Right. They made him take it off, and that's why a lot of people were saying, "Well, is he really a pilot?" I don't think he's a pilot because that's not a pilot.
Yeah.
That's not a pilot.
Was he a brother?
He was. Okay, so how would you all handle that situation? Because we've been on many flights where the pilots. The last time me and Tina were on a flight last week, the crew didn't show up.
The crew didn't show up.
Sitting there waiting, and the crew didn't show up. Or
but you know what?
Sometimes on the, we've even been on the runway. One thing I would say, keep your cool. That's what I would say. Stay cool.
One thing I gotta say is they have to be better communicators. I think that was my biggest concern. If the crew's not there, let us know. They can make an announcement. You need to check your bags and make sure you only have this many bags and all. But they neglected to say the crew's not here. So of course, people thinking, "Oh, we're getting ready to board," and people start standing in line. And then the flight attendant, the gate agents, they just start screaming, "Sit down! Get away from the gate! We're not ready. The plane is the crew is." If you would have given us the process and let us know that they're not here, then it would have been fine. But you didn't say anything. Now all of a sudden you're screaming, telling everybody to sit down.
Now they didn't let those people know that man was being arrested. We didn't get any information from Frontier. They didn't know anything.
For all we know, that
So,
man got sick
yeah,
and they was escorting him off
yeah,
You
yeah,
never know. We was on a flight before, y'all remember, and there was no pilot.
yeah.
Maybe he got arrested or she
And
got.
we just sat there, and they didn't tell. And that was another airline. They didn't tell us
Yeah, that was
anything.
another airline. But that Frontier flight, they canceled it.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least Alaska went and found a pilot
Yeah.
somewhere.
Waiting for hours, waiting for them to get there.
Ah,
Really? I just kind of feel like the FAA or they're making all these rules and they're trying to, we got to back away from the gate or we got to close the doors on time. But then they got us all held hostage. We were on a flight coming back and they were waiting for a gate assignment. So we just sitting there for
yeah.
40 minutes waiting for a gate.
Yeah.
Just so we can pull in, and then they had to wait for the I guess the person to pull the jet bridge, and I mean that was another 30 minutes. What about our time? I kind of feel like we accommodate with paying more or paying for bags.
Ladies, and we'll let our audience know. When things like this happen, you do know that you can email customer service.
Yes.
Points, ask them for compensation.
Yeah. And we've done that before. We did that. We actually got a free flight by doing that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Southwest is very, very good because y'all know I would fly to Houston all the time on Southwest. When they would be late, if it was a storm, if something happened, I always sent them a message. Hey, so this happened, this happened, this happened. That's why I was kind of how I was flying a whole lot.
Oh, you were getting a lot of comp flights. Well, I don't know if Frontier would do, Tina. We could have done that with Frontier, and maybe we still should.
I don't know about you all.
Will Frontier do it?
But see, Frontier does not have. You can only talk to them on Messenger.
Yes, and because they moved their entire customer service out of the country.
So I don't know about y'all, but I sent them a message, and I complained about our flight being delayed and to get my points added on to my account.
Okay.
Do you know they ignored me?
Okay. So you did complain about the last flight because we were there delayed.
About compensation for the flight being delayed. They gave me my points. Just FYI.
Okay. So Tina, we would have been wasting our time. So at least we saved our time.
But I don't know if you all have your points because when I looked at the reservation, nobody was logged into their account. So that's why
we all need to go back and check the information.
For my
point. But we really, what, but why we got to go through all this?
Right.
Because I've flown Frontier and they canceled the flight. And they stated that they would give me points. They would give you like a credit, $100, $50 credit. And when I got ready to use the credit, it was good for nothing. It was like, no, you can't use this on bags. No, you can't use this on your next flight. So by the time I was able to use it, and then they wanted me to buy like in-flight stuff. Well, why didn't you just say it was only for in-flight? Because
like drinks and snacks and dinners.
Yes. And I was like, this is great. And then the thing was expiring, and they were like, oh, it's expiring. And they only gave like 6 months.
Well, you all keep getting on these budget airlines, so
I don't even really care about the low expectations.
I don't know. Well, should we not expect much from Frontier and from Spirit? Because they are those budget airlines.
The flights are
they get you there. Yeah, they get you there.
I just don't like the fact that when we got they have a new process, and Jay can confirm. They make everybody.
Yeah, everybody had to
your
put their
bag
in there.
inside.
Yeah. That's the new thing with that.
So Frontier and Spirit has a new they're changing up their deal about when you purchase a ticket, you can purchase a bag and it's cheap. It's like
I don't think that started, Yvette, because I didn't see that. I remember me and you saw that. I don't think it started yet because I couldn't do that when we went to Vegas, so I don't think that started.
Yeah, and I don't see the
Frontier or Spirit.
It was on Frontier.
I think it was Frontier.
So,
and I remember us seeing that on.
Well, yeah, they did. They advertised it because I got the email.
Yeah, I did too, but I didn't. We weren't able to use.
You have to buy that bag before.
You have to buy it at your initial purchase.
At your initial purchase.
Yeah.
we walk up to the counter these days, and do they ever ask that? I mean, even for them to put your TSA number on, it's
They
like
don't.
a
They don't
hungry.
ask you for that.
So to ask them, oh, can you put my bag on too? You know,
Or we could start questioning when you go to the airlines to buy at the airport to buy how much is it to buy the bag because they said they sent out an email saying that there were going to be discounts if you purchase the bags up front. So we need to
So
try it.
Spirit just came out with one, and they have 4 categories.
Okay.
okay.
4 different categories that you can choose from.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that that's active because they, they're advertising it.
Okay. So Tina, we got you. Somebody's got to try it.
Yeah, I like I said, low expectations. I don't try to do nothing extra with them.
Yeah.
If I find a $40 ticket, you know what? I just take the $40 ticket and I try to
Yeah.
I figure I make sure that I just got the right size bag. That's
Yeah.
because it's just too much for me to. It's too much hassle for me to have any other conversation. I have gone up to the Frontier counter and they so angry about wanting to sell a ticket that everybody just stood at one end and they didn't even want to sell the ticket. And I kept saying, "Is the sales counter open?" Oh yeah, and they wait you out. They really would have people standing in line for at least 40, 50 minutes before they would even bring someone over. So it's a whole game going on these days with these tickets. So I don't even know if it's even worth it. Sometimes even going up there because save the money. But for little quick trips, it makes sense. But your airlines, I'm getting frustrated with them because you see all these stars that are now.
Yeah, I saw that story. Yeah, tell us about that story.
Yeah, Terrell Davis, who's a NFL, ex-NFL player. He brought his family. And I don't know why he was riding coach, which really questionable at that part. He had his whole family and they were in coach.
Maybe he was budgeting.
I guess so. But he tapped on the flight attendant's shoulder and asked for some ice. The flight attendant left and went in the back galley area for about 5 minutes, came back, gave the ice, and when the flight landed, the FBI was there to escort Terrell Davis off the plane, stating that he hit that flight attendant, and that flight attendant was traumatized. Now nobody else saw this, and nobody can confirm it, no other than him. But it was kind of like, I feel like he saw money. He said that man got money, and he went and he said he was assaulted by Terrell Davis.
It's sad that people do this on celebrities, just for money purposes. We didn't seen this happen many times. And Tina, you said he had his whole family. He probably wasn't going to put his whole family in first class.
Yeah.
So he said, you know what? I'm gonna ride with everybody.
Yeah, I'm budgeting my money, but he had no idea what he was gonna have to go through.
Yeah, and they just and they arrested, handcuffed, and taking him off the plane in front of his sons and daughter, his wife. And you know what? For him to now he got to go fight for his name. You know what? And we talked about this. I'd sue that airline. Now all of a sudden they put him on a no-fly list. Then they got rid of the flight attendant. I guess I don't know if they put him on some unpaid leave or they actually fired him because they want to disassociate themselves. And now they took him off the no-fly list. But you know what? He had already got on CNN and ESPN and everything else, and he's from the Blast United, and it was United Airlines. I mean, it shouldn't be that easy for a flight attendant to say that person did something bad.
Well, nothing happened until he went on the air, until he went on and the news station said, "This has happened to me, and I did not." And there's many people, my family, that can tell you, I did not hit that person.
Yes.
The steward.
Yeah. And just think about it. He got a platform. We don't have a platform. What about those guys who were put off the plane because they had a smell? What about the people? People just get put off plane. I heard even Pepper from Salt Pepper got put off the plane. So it's like it's almost like my word against your word.
It is, absolutely. And you really have to conduct yourself almost like you're at work. You can't get into it with anybody. You can't have any
Don't touch nobody.
Don't touch anybody. Don't say anything loud or get aggressive in any kind of way because you could have some problems. So it's best to cool.
But it's okay for these people in these budget airlines to just start screaming at people, get out of the line, it's not your time, we didn't call you. It's like you got to go through just abuse for $40 tickets.
Well, you know what they do say, you get what you pay for. So
Right?
Oh my gosh. But I'm beginning to wonder, as we get older, it's cool when you're doing some quick things,
yeah.
but if you're going on a long 15-hour flight, you better talk to me right.
Use a reputable airline. That's what I would say. American.
Yes.
I know the times that we've been overseas, we pretty much used American a lot, and other
Last,
large.
yeah.
We've used Alaska. We've used Delta. We haven't used. You're trying it on
Oh no.
those the budget airlines if you're going
Yeah.
overseas.
Frontier and Spirit is just for maybe 2 hour flight.
At the most, if we ain't going to anything further than Cancun, no, I'm not getting on it. Because I tell you, they feel like they have a right to treat you with some level of disrespect because they know you didn't pay for $40 for the ticket.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy, but travel is still going on, and we're gonna still do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
In this job, I challenge myself and grow.
At Lutheran Social Service of Minnesota, Kelly makes a difference.
We see people, not disabilities. I'm here for them.
Lutheran Social Service is now hiring direct support professionals to work in our homes and empower people in our community. The work is rewarding, and so are the benefits. Full-time direct support professionals receive medical, dental, and vision plans, matched retirement savings, paid time off, and more.
LSS is a great organization. They recognize my talents and my desire to grow.
Kelly has advanced to a job as a training specialist, working with new employees to prepare them to support people with disabilities.
We're neighbors helping neighbors. So do work that matters. Grow with us.
Find your meaningful career at Lutheran Social Service, named a top workplace by employees. Learn more at lssmn.org/immediate openings. Ask about the hiring bonus. You might be eligible for up to $2,000.
You know Shaletta makes you laugh, but did you know Shaletta Brundage can also make you think and boost your business? Media personality, activist, and comedian Shaletta Brundage founded Shaletta Makes Me Laugh to celebrate and share the best of Black culture. It's a podcasting platform. You can download 10 weekly podcasts hosted by African-American subject experts at ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com is also a production house, creating broadcast-quality commercial content. And Shaletta and her team of storytellers create powerful promotional campaigns to get businesses the brand awareness they're looking for. Some of Minnesota's top businesses trust Shaletta, and you can too. Get out the word about your events and products and get in front of communities of color with ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com. She's got the power to help your business.
If you live in an older home, it may contain lead-based paint on walls, woodwork, and windows. Even more bad news, lead exposure can be dangerous to young children and impact their brain development. And now, the good news. Hennepin County will fix lead hazards in your home at no cost to you.
We were worried because of the paint in the windows in the bedroom. They were peeling and chipping, and we know that when paint peels and chips and it looks a certain way, that's possibly lead. We were worried for our children more so than anything.
Eligible homes can qualify for up to $15,000 in upgrades. You may even qualify for new energy-efficient windows. Don't worry, Hennepin County has a trusted list of pre-approved contractors. You won't even have to find companies with correct licenses or certifications.
I've just done a test and it's positive. So we know that this is lead-based paint, and then we know it's a hazard because it's creating dust every time this window moves and opens. And if you look in here, that's just full of lead paint chips.
You won't have to stay with your cousin while you're getting the lead out. Hennepin County even pays for you and your family to stay in a hotel while the work is underway. The last good news is how easy it is to apply. Just go to hennepin.us/lead control to get started.
I'm really happy with the program. We can go to bed knowing that our children are safe.
That's hennepin.us/lead control. Tell your friends about it.